What's up, everybody? Today my friendly greaser Aaron Chavez, aka the Rockabilly Buddha, and today I am over here at the Rhino District, River North District of Denver, Colorado. Today I'm going to be using my 100V, not only to do some street photos, but to also record this entire vlog. I almost died to record this entire vlog, just so we can really test out the video functions. I haven't really done like the video too much with this camera, so we're gonna put it to the test. Let's go. If you've been following me a while on like Instagram, you know that this camera is one of my favorite cameras to shoot with when it comes to street photography, just because it's so easy to carry and so lightweight. And it's Fujifilm. Like, I love Fujifilm. Like, everybody knows that. So yeah, like I said, today's like the real test, mostly just for video purposes. But yeah, I want to like share some of my opinions on how, as a longtime user of this particular camera, and just see what we can come up with, because there is a lot that we can shoot. There's a lot of cool spots over here, and yeah, let's see what we can do. Disclaimer, I am very much a Fujifilm fanboy, and if you've been following me for a while, you know that's my thing. I love Fujifilm, and now I'm going into Panasonic, but we're not going to talk about Panasonic today. We're talking about just the 100V. As someone who's been using this camera for a long time, for mostly photography, this camera is an amazing camera. Like, the pictures that come out of this in both JPEG and RAW are some of the best pictures that I've ever edited in my life. Fujifilm is known for the film simulations, and then putting on custom recipes on top of their film simulations, you can create some beautiful pictures with this guy, which can be translated into the video portion. But yeah, again, I haven't really used it for video until now. Also, how is the audio? Because I feel like alright, that was rude. Just want to know how the audio sounds like, so please comment down below, let me know how it is. I don't have a mic on here, I would need a special adapter for that, so I'm just using whatever comes with the camera. One thing that I really do love about this camera is the fact that it has built-in ND filter, which for photos has been, very beneficial, especially shooting in the middle of the day when there's a shot that you have but you can't quite get the shutter speed all the way up to like block out the sun, or like to expose it right. That ND filter on top of the high shutter speed helps out tremendously. In terms of video, it helps out quite a bit too. Like, for right now, I am shooting at 30 frames per second, which means my shutter speed has to be at 60, because you gotta double your frame rate. And even though the sun is going down, having the ability to press the ND button so that way you can, get the right exposure is huge. The one downside with recording video on this guy is the fact that there is no fully articulating screen. So I can't really see if I'm in, focus, or how much of me is really visible. As far as I know, it could be zoomed up on my nose, and that would not be good. But we'll see how it is in post. There's a carpet cleaner right here. I'm not sure why. I'm gonna take a picture of it. Now, in lieu of a fully articulating screen, it does have a flip screen where you can at least turn it to like 90 degrees, which does kind of help when setting up a couple of shots. I've been able to use it for looking straight up at a building, just so that way I can get like the best shot possible at the right angle without having to like really strain my neck or lie on the ground. So at least it has that. So one thing I have noticed when switching between photo and video mode, for the most part, it sees all your settings that you had, way before you switched over, which is kind of cool, because like right now, I'm still at 60 frames per second on here. I'm sorry. Right now, I'm still at 30 frames per second on here. Shutter speed at 60, and ISO still the same where I left it, which is at 320. Switching it back over to photo, I believe, like, I don't even know what the settings are right now, but I know it's definitely none of those. So that's kind of cool. I really do like that. Now, the actual switching between the two, that's kind of a pain in the ass. mostly because you do have to press the button on the back in order to go up and down with the choices, which is fine. It's not a huge deal. I guess if you're traveling and you're doing it light, you don't really have anything except for the 100V, then yeah, it's fine. It's perfectly fine. It's not the best, but it is what it is, and yeah, it's not bad. One thing though I will say is that you only have a 15-minute record limit. Again, if you're vlogging or traveling, that's not a huge deal breaker, honestly, but it'd be nice to be able to have a little bit longer, but it's fine. I mean, I have my other cameras for recording video. This is just a test, and it's only a test. Now, one thing that I will say that kind of makes me miss the X Pro 3 a little bit more when I'm doing this is that the fixed focal length is kind of a pain in the ass. With the X Pro 3 I was at least able to change out the lens. 100V can't really do that, so I mean, for photography it's not a huge deal breaker. Well, for video it's not that big of a deal, honestly, because this is perfect focal length to talk and walk and whatever, walk and talk. But for photography, I would like something that be a little bit closer. My favorite focal length is the 35mm. This is a 23mm, which kind of sucks. Now, in regards to the focal length, since you can't change out the focal length on here because it's a fixed lens, it does have the option to do a digital zoom upwards to 70mm, I believe it is, which it's not bad. It's not the greatest, but it's not bad. I have used it a couple times, but I don't know, for the most part I usually use this camera at the 23 focal length, only because it does force you to kind of frame up your shots a little bit better and really plan out what you're going to do. One thing I have noticed while filming this vlog is that the camera does seem to be getting a little bit warm as I keep on using it, which is something I haven't really realized, with just the photos. But yeah, in terms of video, it's it's not super hot, but I could see why they limited it to only 15 minutes because yeah, I would imagine if you go any longer than that, the battery might get a little bit hot, and you don't want to hold that. You definitely don't want to hold a hot camera. That shit sucks. Man, such a beautiful night out here. It's only 7 o'clock, sun's still bright. I mean, it's going down a little bit more. We got that nice golden hour, but yeah, this feels great. I haven't done this in forever. Oh, that's a nice car. Hold up, we gotta take a picture of this. Well, honestly, I love this camera. This camera is, as I mentioned earlier, my go-to camera when it comes to just picking up something and just creating. I don't even have to think twice about this camera. If I have a friend who says, hey, let's go do some street photography, I will pick this guy up and just walk out the door, not even think twice. I mean, well, I do think twice only because I have to make sure I have all my batteries charged, memory cards formatted. But besides that, I don't think twice about what camera I'm going to use. The fact that it has video functionality is a plus. It's not great by no means. There's no IBIS. F-Log is 8-bit if you care about that, but if you don't, the Eterna profile is fine. And there's no articulating screen. Yeah, it sucks it doesn't have any of that, but the fact that it has what it does have in the terms of video functionality, it's pretty good. That built-in ND filter for video as well as photo is huge. And yeah, I really like it. Oh, I also love the fact that you can customize all the buttons on this camera. Well, most of the buttons on the camera. Even the focus ring you can customize. I once had it for adjusting the just different color profiles, but now I have it as a zoom for photography. I still might change it. I don't know. I've been kind of going back and forth with that. I'm not really too sure what I want with it. But yeah, overall, I really like this camera. So if you've been on the fence about getting the 100V, definitely pick it up. You won't regret it. And yeah, it's just fun. It'll make you want to create, and that is important. So yeah, the 100V, definitely on the top of my list as far as fun cameras that I always use all the time in my rotation. So yeah. Alright everybody, well, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go finish up doing some more street photography down here in Rhino. I'm also kind of hungry, so I might go and grab me some food. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. So with that being said, I will catch you all on the next one. Love, peace, and hair grease. Stay greasy, everybody.